Welcome back to the Tutoring Pros channel. In this video, we're going to be going over how to solve equations with absolute values. If you haven't already, please make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm and make sure that you follow us so you don't miss out on any of our future math videos. Number 1. The absolute value of 3x plus 4 equals 16. Whenever you have an absolute value by itself equals a number or whatever on the other side, this is going to split up into two separate equations. The first is going to look exactly the same, but without the absolute value, 3x plus 4 equals 16. And the second equation is going to be the same thing, but on the right side of the equal sign, we're going to add a negative sign. So we're going to multiply by -1 on the opposite side. We need to solve for x in both the equations. For the equation on the left, we're going to subtract 4 first. And then we're going to get 3x equals 16 minus 4 is 12. And to get x by itself, we need to divide each side by 3. So we're going to get that x equals 4. For the equation on the right, we need to subtract 4 on each side. And then we're going to have 3x equals -16 minus 4 is -20. And then we're going to divide each side by 3. And then we're going to get that x equals -20 over 3. And these are the two solutions. Number 2. 3 times the absolute value of 3x minus 5 equals 27. The difference between number 1 and number 2 is this 3 on the outside. We need to get the absolute value by itself and then apply the same principle that we used in number 1. So the first step for number 2 is to divide each side by 3. On the left side, we're going to have the absolute value of 3x minus 5 equals, and on the right side, 27 divided by 3 is 9. Once we get the absolute value by itself, this is going to split off into two separate equations. The first is going to be exactly the same, just without the absolute value. And the second is going to be the same, but on the right side of the equal sign, we're going to have a -9. We're going to add 5 on both sides. And we're going to go up here. We're going to end up with 3x equals 9 plus 5, which is 14. And to get x by itself, we're going to divide each side by 3. And we're going to get x equals 14 over 3. On the other side, we need to add 5 on both sides. And we're going to get 3x equals -9 plus 5 is -4. And if we divide each side by 3, we're going to get x equals -4 over 3. Number 3. -4 times the absolute value of w plus 4 plus 7 equals -21. Our first step here is to get the absolute value by itself, and we do that by first subtracting 7 on both sides. So here we're going to have -4 times the absolute value of w plus 4 equals -21 minus 7 is -28. Then we're going to divide each side by -4 so that we get the absolute value by itself. So we'll have the absolute value of w plus 4 equals -28 divided by -4 is 7. Now that we have the absolute value by itself, this is going to split off into two separate equations. One is going to be exactly the same, just without the absolute value. And the other one is going to be the same, but on the right side of the equal sign, we're going to have -7. So for both equations, all we have to do is subtract 4 on both sides. For the first equation, we're going to get w equals 3. And for the second equation, when we subtract 4 on each side, we're going to get -7 minus 4 is -11. So we have w equals 3 and w equals -11. Number 4. -2 times w minus 10 plus 5 equals -15. Our objective here first is to get the absolute value by itself. The first step is to subtract 5 on both sides. Here we're going to have -2 times w minus 10 equals -20. Then we have to divide each side by -2. Then we're going to have the absolute value of 10 minus w equals negative 20 divided by negative 2, which is 10. This is going to split off into two separate equations. W minus 10 equals 10. And w minus 10 equals negative 10. For the first equation, we add 10 on both sides. And we're going to get that w equals 10 plus 10 is 20. Negative 10 and positive 10 cancel. We're going to do the same thing with the second equation. We're going to add 10 on each side. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0. So we'll just have w. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0. So we get that w equals 20 and w equals 0. And that is the end of our video there. If you enjoyed it and if you learned something new, please make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more math content. If there's something that you want me to go over, a certain topic that you don't understand from last year, and you want to prepare for next year's math class over the summer, please make sure to include that in the comment section. I'm going to be reading my comment sections so that I know what people want videos on. So make sure that you include your comments there, and I'll see you in the next one.